Hey everybody, I want to make a quick video on female power lost to the ages. I had a video up earlier, but I think it was a little too long-winded, so I'm going to try and make it a little more streamlined and get right to the point. Historically, most people think about the patriarchy and immediately they think that most men ruled with an iron fist and oppressed women. And when we look back at cultures such as native tribes, that's immediately where we go. It's immediately what we think. You know, the time of Christopher Columbus. So contemplate for a moment. Why did men go out and hunt? What were they working for? Were they working for the food? Or were they working for something else? I think you will find, if you ask most men, the reason we want to be breadwinners is not to control women, but to work towards a home. The valuable aspect in the relationship is not that men brought something to the table. It is that woman created a home and a place for men to support and protect. If there was no home, there's no point in supporting and protecting. And I think historically we look at these things and think about men being the oppressors, but it was really the females who were in control and who had the power back then. It wasn't the men. Okay, the men worked for the home, and without the home they wouldn't be working. Okay, so they wouldn't be doing, there's no point in protecting, there's no point in providing. Okay, so that's the first thing. The first thing is women had more power than they believe they have, and they've been brainwashed into thinking that you haven't been contributing in any such way. So now what's happening is females think, well, we want to be like men. Okay, so now females want to be like men, and you don't need men anymore, but you need government. So ask yourself, do you want to be in a relationship with government, or do you want to be in a relationship with a man? Because you can't have both. Men that are in relationships with the government are not men. They don't protect, they don't support themselves. They are feeding off a system, okay? So the system is taking care of them. The system takes care of your children. The system tells you your worth, whether it's welfare or support or whatnot. And the system tells you what you can do, where you can go. And you don't have a voice any longer. At least in the old days, females had a voice and could use their voice to influence change and create direction. That no longer happens with government. You just don't have a choice. They come down with a mandate and dictate that, and that's what it is. End of story. So there's no home anymore. That's why there's so many single mothers, because they're in a relationship with government, and government is the one providing the needs. So let me ask you this question, females. When you become the male, it is now the government dictating your home, what you can do, where you can go, what you're worth, and you no longer have a choice, and you're the man in the situation. You have to go out and earn your keep. In the past, the men had to go out, and by earning their keep, they would have to go and hunt and bring back sustenance and support the tribe, either through protection and sustenance, and that was their keep. Okay, that was the man's keep. Now you're going out, you're working, you're doing something in order to get money. Otherwise, you're not earning your keep. So it's almost like you have taken the male role, and the males are doing nothing. So in this crazy world, we no longer have people that are building communities that are sustainable. It is all it's a dictatorship. It's an oligarchy where a few people at the top tell everybody what they need to do, and everybody runs and does what they need to do. How is society going to sustain itself when nobody wants a relationship? And females, you've given your power to the government. You willingly given and you're happy about it. Most females are happy that, well, look at us, we're free, we're powerful, we're like men now. You've been taught the complete reverse. You've had your power taken from you, where you did have power and a voice. Now you have no power, because government doesn't care. A man actually cares. A man will care in the household what happens. Okay, and I'm not saying there aren't some bad men out there that have done some atrocious things, but tell me there isn't a government that hasn't done atrocious things. That's who you're in bed with, okay? All governments are responsible for the most heinous acts in the world, period. So, is that who you want, in bed with you? Is that who you support? Is that who you want to go and hunt for? Because that's what's happening. As you can see, most things these days, most men don't want to stand up for themselves. They don't want to fight for others or the right thing. It's the females doing it. Why? Because the females are taking the roles of the male, and the males have stepped aside because females don't embrace that characteristic anymore. Our society doesn't embrace that characteristics. And it's the cowards that are in schools that, in our political system, that embrace this out of fear for losing their jobs, out of fear for losing respect from their peers, because that's not what the government tells them to do. So this is just something to think about and for you to digest, because the direction we're going now, it is not looking very pretty. It's not looking very pretty. And at the end of the day, everybody's got to make their choice where they want to lay in bed, who they want to lay in bed with, who they want to support. And I just want to kind of make something, glaringly apparent that I think a lot of people are missing, and especially women. These days, not very many women I know are very happy, and it's because they're not creating the home. Most females want to create a home. It's bred in all of us. I mean, you can ask, a guy, why do you take girls out on dates? Why do you want to buy them things and do stuff for them? Because it's bred into our genes, into our genetic structure. So females can't tell me that they don't want a home, they don't want a family, they don't want to create that bond between other people that are close to them, and do all the things like family gatherings and seeing all the people around them happy. That's genetic. It's genetic. That's why guys are simps and give money. Okay, I realize that men, you have to stop. You have to stop simping, because they don't appreciate the money. But when you do find someone that wants to give up their relationship with government and create a family, then do it. But don't simp. Do not simp. You're just a sucker. They're taking you. Okay. So yeah, that's what I want to say. I've cut down the video quite a bit, and I just wanted to kind of throw that out there for everybody to digest and see what they think. And if it gains traction, it gains traction. If not, it doesn't. Peace out, everybody. Have a good day. Bye.